Hit the mute, we should go.
Ready?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Delaware. We got a rowdy bunch of us today here, and so we hope you're having a beautiful day at home and settle in for a beautiful message and great company today. Just going to start out with a little song. surrounded by beautiful art, beautiful people, and welcome to our service. This is a Center for Spiritual Living in Delaware. I'm Deb Chamberlain, and I would love to bring up our incredible singers to start us off with "The Presence is Here." You're using all the microphones. Okay. Please sing with us. The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. I will meet you in praise. The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. And I will meet you in praise. The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. I will meet you in praise. I will meet you in Now, Reverend Dr. Kathleen Johnson.
Let's breathe together, my friends. So just take a moment and bask in this beautiful sense of beloved community. Take a moment and look around at some of the beautiful people who share this idea called community with you, which is one of our values. Community. The healing power, the uplifting power, the joyful idea and feeling of community. Isn't it awesome? I know, it is awesome. Okay, so my friends, let's co-create together. And we do this by turning within. For those of you who are new, we turn within and breathe, drop into our hearts, and then ask ourselves, what is the gift that I am here to give today? Because we are, each one of us, we are boundlessly filled with full capacity, infinite capacity of gifts and talents to share. So what is it that I choose to share here today? What quality? Find one word that expresses that quality. Listening deeply. Everybody have something? Okay, so now I'd like you to open your eyes, stand up, if you would. And so then now it's good. It's helpful to get into a some sort of a spiritual, powerful. So let's think of the superheroes, right? So this this, whatever feels powerful to you. Get into that stance. So for me, it is this. With my legs apart. And then say, I am here to be, and then fill in. Oh.
I don't understand it either.
I'm gonna fill it in with the word that came to your heart. So I am here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I am here to be. Okay, take a moment and feel it. And then sit down and let's enjoy ourselves and the rest of the service together. Yay! And I know all of you who are joining us on YouTube are doing this as well. I encourage you to just participate, jump in, and connect with us in any way. And also you can connect right on YouTube, and Bruce is here to respond to you if you have any questions. Those of you who are on YouTube, thank you. All right, so now I'm going to invite Dean Regan, who is one of our licensed professional practitioners, to offer a beautiful, powerful form of prayer called spiritual mind treatment. Thank you.
Or we could just ask Siri over here, who kind of said, sorry, I don't understand that. That's what was going on. And Siri was responding. Siri, do you know if I accept spiritual mind treatment? Okay, fine. Okay. So, taking this moment to be aware of that ever unfolding creativity, ever present, that I call love, we call life, peace, truth, joy, glory. And in this moment, I breathe in this glory, I breathe in this joy, I breathe out this peace, I breathe out this love, and I feel this sense. And I encourage each of us to choose to feel this sense of connection, of oneness with these infinite ideas of love. I am love, I am peace, I am joy expressing. And in this awareness of this godness, this goodness, and this connectivity, this oneness, this delightedness, I speak this word for today's experience in sanctuary at the Center for Spiritual Living, Delaware. I know that this time is blessed. I know that this gathering is a beloved community, functioning in love and infinite possibility. And I know today is blessed in every way. I'm so grateful for the opportunities of service that each of us are here to offer and to receive. The service of the Seva team, the service of the music ministry, of the youth ministry, of the aesthetics ministry. And I most particularly speak this word in celebration of the word that Reverend Dr. Kathleen speaks today, recognizing that there is an energy within this word available to uplift and restore and release all resistance, to reveal that fertile soil of love, that unfolding of perfection that is our life, our collective life through one. And so in this moment, I celebrate for this prayer and for everything that is here, sensing and knowing it. Do you feel it? Do you know it? Do you embrace it? Do you allow it?
Yeah.
I'll go with that yesness. So in that same yesness, I release this word into the law, knowing that it is done, and today and together we all say yes. And so it is. Amen.
people.
Good
morning.
Sit down. Is it on? I'm pretty close to it.
You're good.
Just a little.
You're good.
Hello.
Yeah,
There we
go.
go.
I can't see this thing whatsoever.
Okay, so, grand rising, as always, to everyone, and our new friends or longtime friends who are visiting. Yay, we're so happy to see you. Bruce Tatum is our YouTube host today.
Bruce.
And I think there's a picture that's going up. This is of the men's care circle. Having a good day together.
What's that a picture of again?
The men's care circle. And they look like they're having a great time, and as always, we're so grateful to have that in our community. Such a beautiful place for men to connect. Okay, please set your cell phones to airplane mode to support the quality of our service if you have not already. And now let us reaffirm for many of us, the CSL Delaware intention statement together. We, the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware, are an inclusive, inspiring, joyful, and ever-expanding spiritual community rooted in new thought, ancient wisdom principles. We are here to be the presence of love, co-creating heaven on earth, a world that works for all. So earlier this year, we introduced the Awaken Your Divine Potential. It's a list of all of our classes and offerings for 2025 and beyond, and it is still in the back of the sanctuary back here on the table. So if you haven't looked at it yet, you can grab one, bring it with you, plan out your schedule for the year of what you want to take. And the next one that's coming up is Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, and registration is still open for Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. It's facilitated by Mary Kagelman, one of our licensed practitioners here. It starts May 13th and runs for 5 Tuesdays from 6:30 to 9 on Zoom. The registration fee is due May 11th, and that's $45, and tuition is $125. And the first 5 people who sign up get a free hard copy of the student guide, and we do have some in the back. So you're welcome to ask me or ask Reverend Kathleen if you know you're going to sign up today, and we can give you one of those. So any questions about that, again, you can ask Reverend Kathleen, myself, because Mary's not here today. For details on CSL-DE activities of any form, in addition to there, you can visit our website or our newsletter. And we're going to go back over to Ms. Dunn. That was simple. I know, that was a quickie.
All right, well, good morning, and let's start our singing together with Miss Karen Drucker's song, Healed, Whole, and Healthy. And there's some call and response in there, so feel free to be the response. am well, I am well, I am well, I am healed, whole and healthy. I've got love surrounding me. I am healed, whole and healthy. I am well, I am well, I am well. All is well, all is well. I am well. All is well, all is well. I am whole. And now, beautiful Tisha.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Bright and sunny day. I am requesting that we all be issued a copy of that lovely picture of the men's group. If you're feeling sad, down, or depressed, everybody look at it because I was looking at it, feeling kind of sad, down, and depressed, and whoo, I feel much better.
There's also a power of 8 circle.
Oh, there we
There were 8
go.
of them.
My name is Tisha Smith, and I'm your reader for today. Yeah. The theme for 2025 is Rising Higher, Growing Deeper. The theme for April is Fertilizing Our Future. Our topic for today, Embracing the Power of Regenerativity. Ernest Holmes wrote, "The renewing of the mind is a scientific act. As the conscious thought pours truth into the subjective channels of creative energy, the body is automatically renewed. This is mental healing. Instead of old concepts of disease and failure, we are to reject those of liberty, freedom, health, harmony, and success." Sean Dinwright, in his Upholding the Value of Rest for Those Involved in Social Work Justice, wrote, "One of the most underestimated challenges to justice is rest. Rest is not just sleep, meaningless hibernation, or useless dormancy. Rest is an act of freedom." So let's all affirm today. I embrace my regenerative power through daily spiritual and personal practices that foster rest and renewal. Yay. Well, please welcome our very restful Reverend Dr. Kathy Wilson.
Well, this is all about rest, but not to the point of falling asleep. Okay? I'd like to start with a story that was gathered by prize-winning author Diana Ensign. She had decided that she was going to visit a farm that had sustainable farming to view firsthand the power and the amazing nature and value of sustainability practices, regenerative practices. So she went to a farm in southern Indiana, and the farmer's name was Pat. And this particular farmer managed 300 acres that produced corn and soybeans. And he had for several years now been practicing regenerative farming or regenerative agriculture. And so one of the things that he mentioned is that he said he did so by planting diverse native flowers, wildflowers, as cover crops when he was not using particular land, rather than just leaving it barren. He put diverse wildflowers on it. And he also stopped tilling the soil, which they have found kills all of these deeper roots that are so important for keeping the soil aerated and healthy. And also, he decreased significantly, it says, the use of pesticides and chemical fertilizers with an intention to eliminate them at some point altogether. And Pat explained that the companies selling deadly chemicals during World War II, many of you may not know this, after the war was over, they wanted to find another use of the chemicals. And so fertilizers and weed killers, poisonous chemicals that harm the land and that decrease the nutritional value of the food as well that's produced on those lands. So and also creates what they call dead soil. So he said farmers who till the land, use chemicals, kill helpful insects like earthworms and pollinators, and end up with dead soil. This means substantial nutritional decline in grains, fruits, and vegetables that are harvested. Pat's regenerative farming produces healthier soil, crops that have higher nutritional value, and supports biodiversity. Planting, and I think Dan has, this is the biodiversity. And so in other words, it encourages worms, bees, butterflies, other pollinators, songbirds, eagles, hawks, quail, and you can see a lot of others as well. Dan, did you show the one that shows the difference between conventional farming? Yeah, let's go back to that one again, because that's pretty astounding. You can see the deep roots from all of the different, not only the crops, but particularly the wildflowers. And look at the richness and then the barrenness of the other. And so I think as more and more farmers are doing this, they're producing healthier food. And of course, so many of us have turned to find organic produce and things like that in order to care for our bodies. But to me, that particular graphic was shocking to look at, to see the difference between the two. And also so grateful that so many farmers are now understanding this and beginning to shift.
Coverdale Farm is a regenerative farm.
Okay, Coverdale Farm is a regenerative farm, yes. That's just right down the street, yeah.
And they're open after service.
And what?
They're open after service.
And they're open after service, they sell fresh produce, that's right. Little plug for our local place. Michelle used to work there. So anyway, the regenerative practices that I just shared are demonstrating the power of embracing regenerativity. I'm not sure that's a word, but that's one that they came up with. So okay, I'll go with it. But the power of regenerativity and how that applies to our own lives. So think of that graphic, the contrast between the two, and then think of that as your subconscious mind. What is it that you're planting? Are you planting ideas that are like the toxic chemicals that are making it feel like barren land within? Or are you planting seeds of truth and optimism and hope and beauty and love and peace and grace and community and joy? So you can see how that graphic can maybe help guide you in being even more motivated than ever in what you're planting, the kind of soil that you're cultivating in your consciousness and what you're planting in that soil. And that's where, spiritual community, spiritual study, taking a class. We have a class coming up. Spiritual study and spirit, the study, and the spiritual practice, how all of that nurtures the soul, nurtures the ground. Let's talk about renewal through rest. I saw this beautiful article in Optimist Daily about rest, and often when we think about rest, we think about rest in peace. And that has to do with what you do after you die. Then you finally get to rest. And think about how our culture supports the idea of work. And the harder you work, the more valuable you are, the greater, better a person you are, and so on and so forth. And it's reinforced by things like the tortoise and the hare. You know, if you rest, you lose. I mean, isn't that the message? If you rest, you lose, right? And then also, even songs that are inspirational and meant to have a really good message, like Sweet Honey in the Rocks, Ella song, has a line in it that says, "We who believe in freedom cannot rest." And I understand the intent behind that is that it's important to keep moving on for those who are wanting freedom. And yet, the underlying message is, don't rest. You don't want to rest, because if you do, you're going to lose. It's not going to work. And yet, we know the value of sacred rest. And there's a book by Dr. Dalton Smith that's based on research that shows the value of rest, and actually 7 important ways to rest. 7 important ways to rest. Physical rest, and it's not only about sleep, massage, yoga, Tai Chi, stretching, right?
Floating.
What else?
Float tubs.
Oh, float tanks.
Hot tubs.
So, hot tubs, yeah, there you go. Physical rest, sauna. See, you guys know about this. Physical rest, so important, and it's not just about sleep, it's about other things. And then mental rest, the breath, taking a pause and breathing, closing your eyes, resting the brain, practices of stillness and silence, and of course all the spiritual practices. But then also there's spiritual rest, prayer, meditation, visioning, spending time with spiritual community. That's spiritual, this is spiritual rest. That's why they call it Sabbath, spiritual rest. Expressing gratitude. Emotional rest. Focusing on things that soothe your emotions. What is it that you can focus on that brings a soothing feeling, a calming, a peaceful feeling to your emotions? Sensory rest, we know what that is, right? Unplugging from the devices. Unplugging from the devices. And social rest. Even though we love hanging out with each other, time alone. Time alone in nature, time alone to contemplate. So social rest. And the last one is creative rest. Going to an art gallery, listening to music that soothes your soul. Any other ideas for creative rest?
Journaling.
Journaling? What?
Playing our music.
Oh, playing music. Any music that you love?
Enjoy your animals.
Enjoy your animals.
Your pets, your furry pets.
Yeah, very good. And Candace has lots of animals
Right.
to choose from.
Candace is right.
That's right.
Weeding. Weeding.
Reading can be creative rest too. Beautiful. Okay, so by integrating all of these different 7 practices of rest, what are we doing? We are making space, well, not only allowing ourselves to be healed, whole, and healthy, and well-being, and all of that kind of thing, but we are creating space for something new to be born. We are creating fertile soil. We're cultivating the soil of our consciousness so that the new and the true and the beautiful within us can come forth into radiant splendor. So well-being, resilience, adaptability, deeper connection with our world around us and within us, all beautiful things that take place by rest. Then there is that beautiful scripture, Romans 12, chapter 12, verse 2. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Yes. You read it all.
We knew it.
You knew it, right. And the essential role then that renewing the mind plays in transformation. That's what it's all about, right? And it's right there. This is ancient wisdom brought into our current times. So cultivating a mindset that is open to change, that is adaptable to new circumstances, that is receptive to growth. And so we renew our minds by reshaping our attitudes, our perceptions, and our responses to life's challenges, so that we are more resilient and adaptable and able to bring that consciousness of peace and joy and love into all kinds of circumstances. That's solution orientation. And optimism, ongoing optimism. So think again about that fertile soil of the regenerative farm. And that's what we're doing when we practice these things called renewal, growth and renewal. Then there's the law of growth. The law of growth posits that all living beings are in a perpetual state of becoming, pulled by, and I love this word. I first heard this word when I went to Gene Houston's mystery school, entelechy. Our entelechy, right? Our entelechy, which is our ideal self. So we have within us planted the God seed. And so we create fertile soil and we continue to nurture that God seed. And think of the acorn. The entelechy of the acorn is the oak tree.
Yeah.
So the entelechy of us is the fully realized self-realization. And so I always like to think of enlightened beings. Think of Jesus the Christ. Think of Buddha and other enlightened beings that are great examples of the entelechy that is within us, that potential. So there is that, the law of growth means that there is that pull of that entelechy in all of us, no matter how it looks. And so we can encourage that growth of the God seed within us by our spiritual practices. We keep going back to that, don't we? I know it's like, okay, I know what she's going to say. She's going to say spiritual practices again. And yet it's so important to stick with our meditation, our prayer work. And I find having an accountability partner really helps. I have several prayer partners that are spaced throughout the week, and a visioning partner. And it's really helpful in staying accountable, particularly in prayer for what I do with many of them, which is to pray for ourselves, each other, the spiritual community, and the world. And to be a full participant in this creative process, to use those creative powers for greater good. The law of growth and the entelechy that pulls us. That's the vision, right? When we talk about visioning, it's that entelechy that's showing up in our vision that's pulling us forward into greater manifestation. Yes, so rest. Rest in all of its forms, renewal, regenerativity, the power of regenerativity. So in this overstimulated world in which we live in, it can be easy to get overwhelmed and disconnected. So when you notice that you are in that state of overwhelm and disconnection, or hopelessness, or frustration, or whatever it is, remember that that is a call to rest, renewal, and regeneration. And so I love the word Sabbath. If you want to put it all in one word, call it practicing Sabbath. Fasting from all those things that cause the distractions, including the thoughts. All fasting from the news. Give yourself time every day to do that. Because that regenerative time, that time in the silence, that time in the quiet, those nature walks, the journaling, the uplifting books, and I love to read Optimist Daily, those kinds of things. And as we fast from that which does not serve, then we become this fertile soil in which the activity of God is birthed into expression. We become the activity of God. Instead of acting out of anger and frustration, we act out of love. We act out of wisdom. And then our actions are much more effective. So let's turn within. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do something different. I'm going to ask you to turn to at least 2 other people. So find at least 3 people. So I'd like to have like little groups together, and I'd like you to talk about what you choose to take with you from this message today about rest. How can you add more rest and renewal and regenerativity in your life? Okay, go ahead and go.
I like to think of it as I like to do it and think of it as rest, even though it's the opposite of yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, so I invite you to turn around. That was some very fruitful conversation, I can tell.
It was restful.
And restful. Okay, everybody feel inspired to take better care of yourselves. Yeah. It's so important. And being here is a way that you take care of yourself too. Truly, that was one of the things that she mentioned is for spiritual rest is being part of a supportive community. All right, so let's just turn within in a moment. Allow all of this to settle within ourselves and realizing that the power, the presence, the life, and the light of the divine is right here in the midst of us. God in the midst of us is mighty. God in the midst of us is wisdom. God in the midst of us is whole, perfect, complete, the truth of the health of our being. And so I'm knowing that each one of us are continually, even beyond this, guided and directed in our activities and our actions each and every day with this idea of regenerativity, this idea of renewal and rest, taking care of ourselves, otherwise known as radical self-care, that allows us to be that fertile soil in which the God seed comes into beautiful and magnificent expression. So I just invite us all to turn within and feel deep gratefulness for this life, deep gratefulness for the creative power that's instilled within us, and grateful that we are guided by a universal mind, a universal intelligence that is love and that has love as its focus, guiding us, directing us into right action. I release this word into the action of universal law in full faith and awareness that this word is fulfilled. And let us accept it with a powerful yes. And so it is. Thank you, my friends.
Well, I'm going to play you a brand new song, and this is the debut of this song written March 18th during an online songwriting retreat with the New Thought musicians community. I'm a part of the Empower Music and Arts, and I got teamed up with Gary Lynn Floyd, who's an awesome, creative New Thought musician. He's incredible, enlightened my spirit.
Just like you.
Oh, yeah. He's a dog. So this song is called Lightning. Kissing the earth with my feet today, no matter what I see. Angry words and accusations won't let them get to me. 'Cause I know every syllable comes from a broken heart. I wanna see through it, see who you are, and walk lightly, walk lightly, walk lightly through the world today. Empty threats from talking heads always tempting me. Instead of trying to catch my breath, I just need to breathe and make a little space inside a new possibility. Enough room for you, enough room for me. Talk kindly, talk kindly, talk kindly with every word I say. Taking the weight of the world off, shaking the dirt off, come what may. The river goes a long, long way. Oh, talk kindly, talk kindly, walk lightly, walk lightly, walk lightly through the world. Talk kindly with every word. Walk lightly through the world today. A little goes a long, long way.
Okay. I was trying to see.
Rising higher and growing deeper. Grand Rising. Megan Morse, one of 3 members of our CSL Delaware audio-visual crew. Megan believes that she brings some.
After we come forward, please. After we come down.
Oh, Now, as I was saying, Megan believes that she brings some new tech experience and the drive to learn more about audio and the equipment that comes with it. Megan loves music, which is why she wants to learn audio engineering. She also likes to read and bake. 2 fun facts about Megan are that she bakes delicious eclairs. And we'll be waiting for some samples. And has many animals at home, including 2 dogs, 2 cats, a gecko, and 2 rats. Welcome, Megan, to our new audio-visual group. Michelle.
Never heard that song.
Are you tired of it?
I was just talking to a friend whose name is Sarah, and she said there are 5 songs that are about Sarah's that she hears all the time. She knows all of them. Okay, so this is our time where we reflect on all the blessings and gifts that these services and the classes and the community provides us here at the center. And that the center does require financial support to keep all the lights on, to keep everybody supported in giving the gifts and serving in the way that they do, in addition to having rest, of course, they have as well as their service. So this is also the opportunity then to give from a love in the form of a donation, in the form of a tithe, which is something that we really honor and find very valuable here in our center. So please, I encourage you at this time to let your appreciation flow through this avenue. And just a reminder that you can always tithe online through the website. There's a way to do it. You can also set it up so that it automatically happens every single month. And so you don't even have to think about it. And so for those of you who do that, if you're going to go online instead, as the basket goes by, I encourage you to just put your hand over the basket and bless it. Bless all that's there, knowing that yours is there energetically. And I also tend to bless it to double, quadruple, increase, in service of the community as well. So, all right, so we have a blessing of our gifts prayer. There we go, and you can say this with me as you feel comfortable. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies this offering. The Spirit gives abundantly, I receive thankfully, and give again generously. This is the bounty of God, and I send it forth with wisdom and joy. Divine love bountifully supplies and increases this offering. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving. I think we're going back to Deb. Yes.
In the flow, I'm in the flow, as I trust, and I let go. More will come in its place, as I flow in prosperity and grace. Yes, I flow in prosperity and grace. In the flow, we're in the flow, as we trust and we let go. More will come in its place, as we flow in prosperity and grace. Yes, we flow in prosperity and grace.
Prayer works. So if you are interested, please join Dean. After service, prayer is happening in the back corner of the room. You may also place prayer requests in the prayer box or send a request by email to Peggy Freimeier. And her information is on our website, so and in the newsletter to email her as well. And then she sends those requests and she sends them out to all the practitioners, and they pray for you for an entire week. So it is a very powerful practice. I encourage all of you to use it in support of yourselves. And okay. Oh, bookstore. Is there anyone who can help with the bookstore today? Thank you, Dwayne. Okay, so you can see Dwayne if you would like any help with the bookstore. And I think that was it. Now I'm back to you again.
All right. Thank you all so much for being with us today, whether you're home or here in person. And why don't we all stand up and pour some love into ourselves and each other with this song by Ricky Byers called Pour Yourself in Me. Pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit, pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit, pour your joy in me, pour your joy into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour your joy in me, pour your joy into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour your love in me, pour your love into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour your love in me, pour your love into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, shine your light in me, shine your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, shine your light in me, shine your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, dance and smile in me, dance and smile into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, dance and smile in me, dance and smile into my heart. Oh, wonderful Wonderful Spirit, pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit, whoa, wonderful Spirit, whoa, wonderful Spirit. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
So I invite everybody to make a circle around the room if you would. And has somebody gone down to get the children? Did somebody go down to get the children? Someone did go?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay, sure. All right, so while we're waiting, just take a moment and turn to someone next to you and just share something that's on your heart. Maybe something that you see in them or something that's uplifting. So we're going to plant some really good seeds for each other, okay?
I see.
Sometimes it's just
What are you experiencing with yourself right now in your home sanctuary? Is there somebody with you? Is there somebody you want to think about that you can express how you feel about that, or how you feel about yourself?
Don't say
do some King Lear. No, you wind crack and blow.
You're going to see King Lear on
Oh,
Friday.
yeah.
Resident ensemble players. All three of us just had a great time. It's not fun playing.
No. I'm excited for you.
One thousand, okay, all right. So everybody repeat after me, perfect God within me.
Perfect God within me.
Perfect light within me, which is God.
Perfect light within me, which is God.
Come forth into expression through me.
Come forth into expression through me
As rest.
as rest.
Lead me ever on the path of all-inclusive love.
Lead me ever on the path of all-inclusive love,
Which includes myself.
myself,
And cause me to see.
and cause me to see
The infinite good.
the infinite good.
Let's breathe. Accept it with a powerful
Yes.
And so it is. Thank you, my friends. Thank you, everyone who joined us today online.